Doing so, I see what Cam Newton talking about a comeback. He was posting pictures on Instagram, and my reaction was, "Look, Cam was a freak of nature, and I said this before. I'm gonna say this again. He should have been a LeBron James of quarterbacks, big, strong, athletic, but he never learned how to really play quarterback because he was playing like a fullback, a running back, a linebacker, and he took a lot of necessary hits, and he didn't have a receiver." When he came along, Steve Smith Sr. was getting ran out of Carolina. Imagine if we'd have had him for a few years. And that's the thing I always say about black quarterbacks. They never get to play with the receiver. He had Greg Olsen, the tight end, who was what I call a high second tier tight end. But it wasn't like getting Kelsey or getting Gronk or getting Shannon Sharp or somebody like that, or even Johnny Graham. He had a high second tier tight end. They didn't, matter of fact, Cam's best games before his MVP season of 2015 was actually his first two where he threw for 300 plus yards. He didn't hardly ever do that again, if I can recall. But his MVP season, he was incredible, 15-1. They lost to Denver in the Super Bowl, and he had that scare, infamous play where Von Miller, and they were going for the ball, and he flinched. And that was the same. I always said Ron Rivera didn't know how to coach offense, and you see it with Washington Commanders right now. But Cam came back with New England trying to come behind Brady, and you're not filling those shoes. And then with everything that was going on with pandemic and stuff, things he didn't want to partake. So he ended up losing his job to Mac Jones, which is embarrassing because he I think what throwing with his left hand is as good as Mac Jones's right hand. That's just me personally. Aside from that fade out that Mac Jones throws and a little scrambling, there ain't much to Mac Jones, really, if you're halfway legit. Then we go back to Carolina. He had a couple moments, but, I mean, they still got a big old help wanted sign. So I don't see him as a backup, and I don't see this happening. Well, I want to remember him as a guy who had good potential, who was a league MVP, who had some moments. And I still say he will underachieve because this guy could have been even more than he was. I mean, had he had a receiver and had they let him play quarterback and not try to play hot box all the time, could have been some. So that's unfortunate that happened, but I don't see no comeback. But what you think? Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts and comments. And I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shit video if you want to. And I like Cam's show on YouTube. I'll be watching his show. And like I said, the cat was great in Auburn, great college player. Did things, but he never got the fullness out of him. It ain't going to happen now. And the NFL ain't going to touch him no more. Just the facts.